From the studios at Connecticut School of Broadcasting in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, soon to be on Illinois Radio.
Yes.
And also on YouTube. And you are the third person in this trifecta. We are the Triple Coverage Show, the Mike and Sean and You Show. As always, I invite you to send your comments when you watch us. We're going to get your comments in. And you keep it pithy, you keep it clean. And then we'll comment. We'll make an opinion on your comment. And then you can get back to us again and tell us what you think.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Mike, that's Sean. We got a lot to talk about here on our holiday week. We're going to try to squeeze everything we can. We only got one show this week.
Good old Turkey Day football coming up on Thursday.
A lot of
Can't
football
wait.
throughout the whole weekend, and the weekend ends great.
Oh, yeah.
A great Sunday night game. Probably the best one we're going to have all year, but we'll get to that a little later on.
Right.
We got the Giants and the Jets. Let's get the bad part out of the way first, Sean. The Giants, once again.
The bad part?
Yeah, the Giants once again.
What are you talking about?
Wow, yeah.
This is the best part.
All right, here we go.
Are you kidding me? This was a fantastic game. It was a fantastic game.
It was a great game if you if you like turnovers and sloppiness.
It had everything.
It had everything. But here's the main thing. We get to it. Of course, the Eagles winning the game 27-17.
Yep.
The final field goal was a gimme. Not really much to worry about there. The Eagles already had the spread beat, so it didn't really matter.
The New York Giants really showed the NFL something.
They showed something. They really put out a blueprint out there.
If Osi Umenyiora was a 1 second sooner
right
on that pitch play, this entire game would be different.
Or
the Giants would have had this win.
On the 3rd and 6 play where the Giants sacked I was going to say McNabb sacked Michael Vick.
You're used to it.
Pierre-Paul was offside. Remember?
My dad said that was the whole key of the
Brought
game.
it down to 3rd and 1. So the Eagles had a play to play with. If they threw the ball on 3rd down.
Remember, that LaShawn McCoy touchdown was on 4th down.
4th down.
It was a 4th down play.
They made the Eagles now have instead of punting the ball back to the Giants, still down a point, all of a sudden, with about 4 minutes to go, the Giants are now down a touchdown after the 2-point conversion. Yep. And but anyway, so the penalty set the Eagles up because now it gave the Eagles 2 plays, put the pressure on the Giants' defense. It was 3rd down, less of a yard instead of 4th and 6 after the sack.
Yep.
And then the way the Eagles went, they got the touchdown on the pitch. Again, like you said, Vic in a split second. His right guard brushed against him. He mishandled the ball for a second.
Yep.
Still was able to get the pitch off, so you got to give credit where credit is due. The Giants showed the rest of the league. Make Vic roll to his right where he's less prone to throw. You can come up and try to stop his run. He's left-handed, so he doesn't throw against his body like some of the more stronger arm quarterbacks do. But one thing about Vic, no picks so far this year.
Well, no picks. He's a smart quarterback. Obviously, 24 for 38, 258.
Yep.
Not bad. No touchdowns, though, this season. This game.
Last game.
Excuse me.
What's he 11-0 on that? Touchdowns to picks? I think it's 11 touchdown passes.
I want to say yes.
And
on
he's
that.
missed 2 games, right?
Yeah, he has 11 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's
Right.
thrown for over 1,600 yards.
He threw for 1/3 of those touchdowns in one game against the Redskins.
Yes.
But if he's healthy, it just shows you how great their offense could be.
We have spoke on this before.
So much speed on that
We have
offense.
spoke on this before. The Eagles are a good team with an offensive line. This offensive line doesn't need to show up because of what Michael Vick brings to the table. And that's the only reason why they're good.
However, the times that Vic did make some nice throws from the pocket, it's on times when he had 3 to 4 seconds to throw.
Listen, you bring in an offensive line. On the left side, you have one of the more underrated guards in Todd Harriman.
Right.
And one of the more, I would want to say overrated, but he's actually have gotten down. He's actually, started to play like he should in Jason Peters, the left tackle. In the right side of that line, I mean, Winston Justice, Max Jean Gillis, and Mike McGlynn, the center. They've done it. They've done their good jobs. Michael Vick, when you're an offensive line,
if you flush him out to the right side, though, that takes away one element.
The right side of that offensive line, again, Winston Justice.
The Giants caught a big break when Savant dropped that one pass right in his.
I don't even think Jean Gillis is playing. It's Nick Cole who's playing right now.
Right.
Guard. And it's that's the one problem there, and this is why Kevin Kolb can't play for this team right now, because the offensive line, it's not that good. And that's why what a player like Michael Vick brings to the table. You
But
don't have
the
an
Giants.
offensive line.
Now the Giants put some pressure on Vick. They forced him to fumble a couple times. They recovered one.
When you're the Giants against that offensive line, you're going to bring pressure on any quarterback.
Well, but I'm saying the times that Vick, and people have always talked about Vick not being a throwing quarterback, a pocket quarterback, but when he did have time to throw,
you got done.
3 to 4 seconds,
you don't let it get
people broke free in the secondary. And when you have speed guys like Maclin and Jackson. And even to points of Savant, the guy that
Jason Avant,
the kid that dropped the pass in the end zone.
Oh my God! Oh, God bless his heart. He must got to be the sickest man in America moment right
but I know you're talking. That was the Jackie Smith deal.
Jackie Smith,
exactly. But the thing is that he's not accurate all the time. But which makes it kind of a wonder why he doesn't have any picks. But he does overthrow some receivers. He does have a strong arm, but he's accurate enough when you combine all the elements of what he can do. It makes him a dangerous player, and if he's healthy, the Eagles are going to be a force to be reckoned with NFC because the NFC now is starting to see the separation from the haves and have-nots.